Hello and welcome to the USA Breaking News on 20th July 2026. The Democratic Republic of Congo Ministries of Health has confirmed that 2,344 people have been infected with the Bundibugyo strain of Ebola, with 930 deaths recorded as of July 18, 2026, highlighting the severity of one of the country's latest public health emergencies. Health authorities reported 77 new infected and 37 additional deaths within the past 24 hours alone, indicating that the outbreak continues to outpace ongoing containment efforts. The Ituri province remains the hardest hit region, with Ebola cases now reported in 27 of its 6 health zones. In North Kivu follows where the virus has spread to 11 of the province's 34 health zones. In Huture province, infection have been confirmed in 4 health zones: Wanga, Boma, Mangabetu, Power, and Isiro, out of the total of 13. Meanwhile, Chishopo province has recorded cases in Makiso, Kisangani, Rubunga, and Mongobo, affecting 3 of its 23 health zones. Despite the continued spread in some areas, Congolese health officials says there have been encouraging signs elsewhere. No new Ebola cases have been reported in South Kivu since May 26, while Chopo and Huture have also not recorded any recent new infection, suggesting that transmission may be slowing in those provinces. Authorities continue to monitor the outbreak closely as a response team work to contain the viruses and prevent further spread. The United States has launched a new wave of airstrikes against Iranian military position, marking the 8th consecutive day of military operation after Iran allegedly killed 2 American soldiers and left another missing in attack in Jordan. The latest strikes began on the evening of July 18, 2026, following orders from USA President Donald Trump amid escalating tensions that have effectively shattered the ceasefire previously agreed upon by both sides. According to USA Central Command, CENTCOM, the operation was aimed at weakening Iran's military capabilities and retaliating for the deadly attack on USA personnel in Jordan. These strikes are intended to further degrade Iran's ability to strengthen maritime security in the Strait of Hormuz and to deliver a decisive response against the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC) for its attacks on American troops in Jordan. CENTCOM said in a statement. CENTCOM said the strikes targeted Iranian military infrastructure, including naval surveillance and the defense system, air defense assets, and other strategic military facilities. The attacks were reportedly carried out near the southern Iranian city of Siliki and around Shadagan, close to the Iraq border. Iranian authorities said no casualties or injuries were recorded and denied that significant damage had been caused. In a response, Iranian military announced the retaliatory drone strikes targeting USA installation at Adili and El Salem Air Base in Kuwait. The confrontation follows on Iranian missile and drone attack on July 17, 2026 in Jordan that killed 2 USA soldiers and left 1 services member missing. The latest death brings the total number of American troops killed in the conflict with Iran to 16, while more than 420 others have been warned. USA Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said in the post on X that the attacks would only strengthen America's resolve to continue military operation. The renewed exchange of attacks has intensified accusation from both Washington and Tehran of violating the ceasefire, raising fear that the conflict could escalate into a broader region war. Hungarian President Tamas Suryoko has signed the constitutional amendment that officially removes him from office, bringing an end to weeks of political standoff in the country. The move aligns with the agenda of Hungary's new government, which has sought to replace senior officials appointed during the administration of former Prime Minister Viktor Orbán. Prime Minister Peter Magyar, who defeated Orban in the April general election after the Reuters lengthy tenure in power, had repeatedly called on Suryoko to resign. Magyar argued that the president had failed to uphold his constitutional duties by not challenging the government decision under Orban's that critics said undermined the democratic principles. Suryoko refused to step down, prompting lawmakers from Magyar's Caesar party to pass a constitutional amendment this week that immediately terminated his mandate. Under Hungarian law, Suryoko have 5 days to sign the amendment for it to take effect. He signed it on the final day. In a video posted on Facebook on Saturday, Suryoko Magyar has frequently described as Orban's tool, as said being required to sign the amendment would remain a lasting symbol that the fundamental values of free society, the rule of law, democracy, and the separation of powers have been sacrificed for political interests. Since taking office in May, Magyar has launched a sweeping overhaul of institutions established during the Orban era, dismissing several senior officials and heads of state agencies whom he accused of helping entrench the former government's power. The new administration has been also suspended the operation of Hungary's state television and radio news services, arguing that they had become instruments of political propaganda under Orban's. In addition, the government has dissolved the Hungary's Sovereignty Protection Office, a state body created under Orban's to investigate individuals and governmental organizations and media outlets suspected of serving foreign interests. Critics had long viewed the agency as a tool used to intimidate political appointments and silence independent media. Beyond removing Suryoko from office, the constitutional amendment introduces major judicial reforms, including the creation of new body to investigate the allegedly misuse of public funds during the Orban's administration. It also imposes 12 years term limit for member of parliament. Reacting to the development, Orban wrote on Facebook that authoritarianism was being brushed instead of resisted. If this can be done to the President of the Republic, then tomorrow no one will be safe, Orban said. Prime Minister Magyar, meanwhile, hailed the amendment as the fulfillment of one of his government's key promises. In a video message posted on Saturday, he said the reform restores to Hungarian people what Orban's government tried to take away for many years. He added that members of the Tisas party would meet on Monday to discuss a candidate to replace President Suryoko. In sports, Spain are the 2026 FIFA World Cup champion, defeating defending champion Argentina 1-0 after extra time in a dramatic final played on Sunday, July 19, 2026 at New York, New Jersey Stadium in the United States. The final was preceded by a spectacular entertainment show with the social media star Aisha Speed performing his World Cup anthem, World Cup, followed by American artist Post Malone and Samuel Lee. The match also attracted several world readers and dignitaries, including USA President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump, Mexican President Claudia, Canadian Prime Minister Mark, and King Felipe and Queen Letizia of Spain, who attended alongside Spanish Minister Pedro Sanchez. Spain dominated possessions from the opening whistle, partially controlling the midfield while searching for opening in Argentina's defense. Argentina, meanwhile, struggled to create a meaningful for the first time since 1966. Argentina failed to register a shot on target in the first half of FIFA World Cup final. The opening 45 minutes also produced just 3 total shots, the fewest in the first half of World Cup final since 1966. Argentina suffered an early setback when defender Lisandro Martinez was forced off through injury before halftime and was replaced by Nicolas Otamendi. A goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez kept Argentina in the contest with 10 saves, while his side failed to produce single dangerous effort on goal throughout normal time, another unwanted World Cup first. The game remained scoreless after 19 minutes before Argentina's Enzo Fernandez was shown a red card, leaving the South Americans to play extra time with 10 men. Spain finally found the breakthrough in the 106th minutes when Ferran Torres scored the winning goal after sustained pressure inside Argentina's penalty area, sealing a historic 1-0 victory. The truth gives Spain its second FIFA World Cup title, adding to the crown it won in the South Africa in 2010 as a champion. Spain received $15 million in a prize money, along with an additional $12 million in a performance bonuses, bringing the team's total earning to $62 million. Individual awards and recorded the final also produced several historic milestones. Lamine Yamal became the first player to appear in both UEFA European Champion final and FIFA World Cup final before turning 19. Yamal and teammate Paul Kubarisi became the fourth and fifth teenagers to play in the World Cup final, joining Pelé in 1958, Berigoni in 1982 and Kylian Mbappe in 2018. Lionel Messi joined Brazilian Regent CAF as one of the only two outfield players to appear in the 3 FIFA World Cup final, while also becoming the oldest outfield player to feature in the World Cup final. Kylian Mbappe won the Golden Boot after finishing the tournament as the top scorer with 10 goals. Spain captain Rodri was named the best player of the tournament, receiving the Golden Ball. 19 years old Pau Kubalisi claimed the best young player awards. Spain goalkeeper Unai Simon, who kept 7 clean sheets throughout the tournament, was awarded the Golden as the competition's best goalkeeper. Spain's victory remarks the culmination of a remarkable campaign and confirms La Loja returns to the summit of world football, ending Argentina's reign as World Cup champion. That's all for now. Thank you for watching.